to the Dwayne Bacon over
Hey,
Jalen
hey. The year the Celtics went to the conference
You
finals.
picking Dwayne Bacon over Jalen Brown, boy?
Yes, I would.
Right now?
Bro, you don't even know Dwayne Bacon. You don't even know Dwayne Bacon.
Hold on,
What's he play for?
He don't play with nobody right now.
It's a lie. He play for the Orlando Magic. Bro, what, bro?
It's all the time. It's money on my mind. Drip on drip like a war. The faucets that mouth open like a oar. The guns, you ain't gotta get it, but you know what it is. Spit on races.
So, you got the Clippers and the Mavs playing. Dallas has won the regular season series 2-1 by an average of 33 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been their average margin of victory.
But I don't think they played the Clippers with their full team, their full roster. I don't think. I could be wrong.
More than likely, probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like somebody's been hurt like the whole season.
Yeah.
One game they lost by like 51.
Yeah, they got their ass.
I forgot about that. That was like early in the season. That was early in the season.
But I think it's a tough one, man, because like both teams, their rosters are full of like straight hoopers, bro. Like, and Luka's a problem by himself. But you got Luka, you got the
Kristaps.
You got Kristaps, you got Tim Hardaway. Like
Brunson hooping too.
Tim Hardaway hooping.
Jalen Brunson is hooping
The
too.
Clippers beat him in 6 last year. Jalen Brunson hooping.
Yeah, it's a rematch.
And the Clippers got Kawhi, they got Paul George, and Paul George been hooping.
They got Ray John Rondo now.
No.
That's a factor. That is a factor. But I think it all depends on how Paul George played, bro. Like,
so he's your X factor.
I ain't gonna say he's my X factor. What I'm saying is, it does depend on his play, because if he plays pandemic peak basketball,
No.
it's over.
It's over.
But if he plays, I don't care if he ain't gotta average 30 or nothing like that. He ain't gotta do nothing crazy. But if he just play real basketball, I think they'll win. I think it's gonna go 6 or 7 games though.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna have the Clippers edging out the Mavs.
Okay. How many games?
6 to 7. I don't know
Okay.
which one.
And you got the Clippers edging them out.
I got the Clippers edging them out.
All right, Lacey. So you got Denver versus Portland. Denver has won that regular season series 2-1. So who do you got winning?
That's tough. That's neck and neck. I want to say Portland in 6. I mean, they got, they have Melo, Damian, CJ. They got Trevor Reeves that they picked up. They got, what's that dude that start with a B?
Trevor Reeves.
Trevor Reeves do play with them,
No, he don't. He play for the Heat.
Oh, my fault.
They picked up buddy from the Raptors. He's been playing great basketball.
Johnson.
Norman Powell?
Yeah, Powell. That's what I meant to say, Powell. My fault. But the Nuggets do have a squad, though. The
Niggas
But-
got the like somebody.
They got the MVP, and they have Paul Millsap. They got Barton. They got Porter Jr. and all these other good factors. But I still got Portland, bro, because Dame is scary. Dame is scary in the playoffs. He will upset a team. Keep in mind, he will upset somebody. So I feel like he'll upset the Nuggets.
Okay, and you mentioned Bo. What role do you think he's gonna play in the playoffs?
Man,
Don't switch
probably
up.
6-7, bro. I hope he keep on PT than he did last year. I hope so, man. I hope so. They don't have a lot of trees with Portland, so I hope Boy play some minutes.
Okay.
But I don't like Austin Rivers, man. These guys love Austin Rivers, but he ain't good to me.
I don't love him.
I just think
He decent, but
he's a nice player.
he's not good to me.
What?
He's not good to me.
he's a good 10 to
He's a solid 15 minutes and I say get you 8 and a couple
I
turnovers.
mean, for his role, that's perfect.
So
ain't enough of them.
So how many games you got?
I say Portland in 6, man.
In 6. Okay. Okay, so Yon,
They don't have no Murray now.
No Murray. It's very possible for that to happen.
Cause that duo is scary. CJ and Dame.
And Dame, yep. Yon, you got the Bucks versus the Heat. In the regular season, the Bucks are up 2-1. The games weren't like close as far as the margin. The average for each team to lose is about 24 points. Like once you add all of them up, it's about a 24-point difference in that. Butler is averaging 21-5 for the year. Giannis is averaging 28. And Miami won last year 4-1. So who you got?
Bucks fans, y'all gonna hate me, but it's Heat Nation all day. Bucks will be getting upset in the first round. They will have an early exit this year. Giannis, you shouldn't stay with Milwaukee. Should have went over to Miami. But, yeah, I got the Heat edging them out. Not 5-1. I think it's going to go 6 this year. But, I mean, we've seen this before. The Bucks do great. Giannis does great during the regular season. And then we get to the playoffs. Same guy. Drew Holiday is a nice addition. That's why I'm giving him an extra game. I still don't think that's going to be enough. Coach is going to play a big factor. Eric Spoelstra, I feel like, is a top 3 coach in the NBA. He does not get his just due. Yeah, so the Heat play outstanding defense, where people don't really realize. He give them a different look of zone and man throughout the game. So I just don't see that the Bucks is going to edge that out. I feel like coach is going to be a big factor, and the defense. So I got the Heat in 6.
Okay, gotcha. And the last one we got Phil. The Knicks and the Hawks are playing. The Knicks have won that series 3-0. About 8.5 margin. The most recent one was 137 to 127 in overtime. That was the final score. And Julius Randle was averaging 37 points a game against them in the season. Who you got winning?
Well, first off, I think Julius Randle gonna get most improved player this year. And with that being said, the Hawks good, but the Knicks, I think they're the better team in this one. And honestly, I feel like the Knicks, they still a little shaky. They can be inconsistent at times.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the Knicks winning this series in at least 6 games, if not 6-5.
The Knicks in 6 or 5. Okay, I got you.
The Knicks are dogs, though. Like,
I can't say 5 though. I say 6 or 7. That series could go
I think
7.
it's gonna.
It really depends on Trae Young.
Trae Young and Snell.
No, it depends on Trae Young. If
Snell
he had
been
one of them
hooping
cold,
too,
if he had one of them cold nights where he's still shooting half-court shots and he's still missing, it's gonna be a short series. If he's on, it's gonna be a long series.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Trae gonna have to go over. Like he gonna have to do everything though.
Yeah,
not just going.
You gotta do about.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all really think Trae Young is the X factor for the Hawks?
Yeah, I feel like he's the X factor.
Most definitely.
Okay. And shout out to the Knicks. It's their first appearance since 2013. The Hawks' first appearance is 2017. So they both playing each other first round. So I think that'll be a good series.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good series.
Great young series.
But you said 5 games.
5-6.
It's not a good series. If it's
I think it's going to go 6.
I think it's gonna go 6
But I
or 7.
think the X factor is the I forgot the guy's name.
Tony
It's the
Snell.
white
John
Donovan.
Herder, Kevin Herder.
Yes, bro.
Give her, yeah.
Yes, bro.
Gotcha.
He hits timeless shots. It's not even about the defense because, yeah, but he hits timeless
All right,
shots.
y'all. So you got the 1 and 2 seeds, the East and West. That's waiting to see who's going to come out of the play-in. So just tell me who do y'all think? Do y'all think anybody even has the chance to upset any of those teams from the play-in?
Honestly, I think we might end up seeing something that's unprecedented on the Western Conference side. It's a possibility that we could watch the 1 and 2 seed get knocked out in the first round.
Who's the 2 seed?
Suns. If the Lakers make that 7 seed spot and they play the Suns, they get knocked out. And if Golden State is at 8th seed and they play the Jazz, I can definitely see the Warriors somehow winning that series and pulling out and moving on to second round.
That's tough.
I can't say that. You got to think Donovan Mitchell's coming off an ankle injury, hasn't played longer than LeBron has. That team, you need in the playoffs. You need somebody that can drive and kick. The only other player on the Jazz that can do it is Jordan Clarkson, who's
Mike
coming off
Conley?
the bench.
Mike Conley.
Joe
Are you
Ingles
crazy?
can cut the defense and kick.
Mike Conley.
Oh, you talking about okay?
Hold
I'm
on.
not saying about good players, bro. I'm saying though somebody that can really score though. Mike Conley, we've seen Steph expose Mike Conley multiple
And I
times.
seen Mike Conley locked up stuff too. Grizzlies.
Huh?
Grizzlies. Mike Conley.
Man,
Shut
what?
up, bro.
2012 era. Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Okay, first off, even if we talk about 2000, even if that whatever you said happened,
Boy.
this is not the same. This is definitely not the same Steph we talking about from 2012, and it's definitely the same Mike Conley we talking about that was in 2012. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's a lock for the Warriors to upset the Jazz, but it's definitely a possibility that Steph can go crazy that whole series. And I mean, straight up, 'cause I mean, they don't rely on paint points. So Rudy Gobert can really become a non-factor in that series.
What you got, Phil?
I feel like on the West, whoever the Lakers see first round, it's gonna be a first round exit for them. I think the Lakers are gonna most definitely make it to the second round. Has Bron ever lost in the first round?
No.
Nah, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But if the Warriors were to go see the Jazz, I mean, I feel like the Warriors gonna win a game or two, but I think the Jazz can still pull it out with or without Donovan Mitchell.
What you got?
What?
With or without Donovan
So without
Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, you can see them beating the Warriors.
Yes. Steph, one person. Who else?
Okay,
they
so
got?
what I'm saying though,
agree.
so who's gonna go off for the Jazz though?
You know the Jazz don't
They
live
what?
off. The
No,
Jazz don't live
no,
off one
bruh.
player.
This ain't, bro.
They don't live off
Ain't
one
the
player
regular
scoring.
season. This is not the
Who gonna
regular
guard Rudy
season.
Gobert? He's a big man. Who gonna guard him though?
Draymond Green, he's limited.
Man.
Rudy Gobert ain't no guy you get to the post and he has multiple post moves into memory.
You said the Jazz don't win off one player scoring, but last year in the playoffs they had one player scoring, and that's the reason they was winning games.
That was the reason they was still in the series.
Facts.
Okay.
Without Donovan, they would have got that ass swept.
I'm still
Big
rocking
room.
who I'm working with.
So Lacey, who you got?
I most definitely see the Lakers, beating the Suns. In the it's the upset. I ain't even calling it upset. The Lakers is the powerhouse. They're the champions. But if, like I said, if the Warriors get the AC, I don't see them beating the
But you got the Grizzlies.
But yeah, I'm gonna say that. Let me talk. But if the Grizzlies go in the AC, they're not gonna beat the Jazz either. So
I thought you were saying Grizzlies
no,
gonna win.
they weren't gonna beat the Jazz. No, but if the Warriors so happen to get the AC, they're not gonna beat the Jazz.
What about the Spurs with Rudy Gay in there?
No.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to see.
I think if the Warriors get the AC, I think they have a chance of beating the Jazz. It's not high.
No chance.
It's not.
Man, they gonna go 5.
If it go 5,
No
it might go
chance.
6.
Yeah.
I'm
If
gonna
they
touch
win
base.
the first game,
Yeah, but
You
just
gotta sit
hyping this
with
man up. The
Who,
Warriors
Curry?
up. Now they go see the Utah Jazz. It's a problem?
oh
Number
wait,
one seed.
I'm telling you.
I hype Curry up
Hold on.
realistically.
Hold up. I'm gonna say this. Mike kinda gonna lock up Steph Curry. And I said it.
Alright, I'm
I
talking
said
to
it.
you. I ain't even talking to you. This man-
So honestly, what do you think Steph would average against the Utah Jazz?
40.
40.
No, if Mike kinda guard him,
But
20.
what I'm saying
He's at the
is,
30. He's at the 30.
25 at
what
least.
I'm
25 at
saying
least.
is, he doesn't have a second guy. That's my problem.
That's
Doesn't
what I
have a
said.
go-
Wiggins finally got into his own though.
Wiggins, you.
I'm back over here.
He just had 30 this last week, and he's look at his numbers over the last week. We
Look
can
at
pull
his numbers in
Please
the
pull them
playoffs.
up. What I'm saying is though, he's not that first option he was that 1 year in the Timberwolves.
He wasn't the first option then.
What I'm saying is though, the pressure that's the first off,
Jimmy.
you gotta think about it though. The Warriors getting into the playoffs as the AFC, they literally have nothing to lose. I was once told a man with nothing to lose is the most dangerous person that you can meet.
That's
Because
a fact.
and what I'm saying is they ain't got nothing to lose. No pressure's on the Warriors. If they were to lose that first round series, they would still call that season. Everybody else would call that season a success. A success. The Utah Jazz have all the pressure.
Facts.
All the pressure, and you got to come out a superstar that's coming off a ankle that we do not know is fully healthy that can linger throughout the playoffs, which they're going to rely on him heavily to beat the Warriors. What I'm saying is, we can't act like the Warriors ain't got no chance, or it's like 25%. It's almost. I feel like it's 60-40.
I say no chance.
Jazz 60, Warriors 40.
I can agree with that.
I say no chance.
I think they have a chance. I just don't think they're going to win. That's what I'm saying. If Suns beat the Lakers, Chris Paul, you got to put him in your top 3 this generation. I don't care what y'all say. Above Westbrook.
Let's revisit from the last episode. We got 2 guys here, Phil and Jan. They believe Russell Westbrook is the greatest point guard of this generation.
No, they said
They gave it to Magic.
Nah, I ain't
They
saying
gave it to
great,
Magic.
I said this generation is.
They said this generation.
No doubt in my mind.
And so, I don't know where all the hype come from. Where y'all think
The
he's
Riders.
It's the triple double, bro.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Russ is one of the greatest point guards of all time.
He's the most athletic point guard though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest ones. But I mean, as far as this generation, how can you not say Steph? How can you not say Chris Paul?
Okay, this is first off.
Chris Paul don't have the hardware.
Literally.
Chris, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Chris Paul literally is a baby Bron. Every team he go to, they get immensely better instantly. You can't say the same with Russ.
He don't have the hardware though. I'm sorry. He got the statistics. He has the durability, but he don't have the hardware.
He's get hurt in the playoffs.
What do you mean by hardware? What do you mean by that?
We can't just say those. We can't just say that. Chris Paul just always got to rely on. That series, the Houston Rockets came back on them 3-1, and the game 7, James Harden was even on the court when they were up by like 15, and Chris Paul and them smoked the lead and got beat by Houston Rockets in the second round, I think in 2015.
I mean, that kind of stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? It ain't perfect. I'm saying like there's always there's always a case. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about Chris Paul?
Yes, the Lakers. Kobe Bryant Lakers.
I'm not saying I like Chris Paul. Chris Paul's like he's number 3 when it comes to our generation. I got him number 3. I'm not saying he no scrub.
Who's the top 2?
But I got Russ first, Steph second. I mean, I just feel like if a lot of these point guards had more of the collective talent that Steph had for multiple years with shooting wise, I just feel like a lot of these point guards would be like.
So you're saying Isaiah Thomas?
That's not our generation.
You had KD, bro. Stop acting like KD wasn't there for a long time.
I'm just saying you tripping with Russ number 1, Steph number 2.
Yeah, I got Russ number 1. I mean, I don't have a problem with nobody having Steph number 1, but like, okay, literally just off of this season. Literally off of this season, everybody, literally, this is real right here. This is real. The media and everybody has really been giving Steph all of this love, juicing them and gassing them and all this stuff. And literally what he did team-wise is exactly what Russ just did this season. He just did it in a different way. Literally, their team is both the 8th seed. Literally, at the beginning of the season, they both called these players washed or the year that they were going to both get exposed. Literally, they're both in the same position. Russ did it by averaging a triple-double and having the highest assist ratio since John Stockton, which has been 25 years since somebody's averaged over 11 assists a game.
Phil, let's get your perspective because Marlon and Young are gonna argue the whole time.
I just got one thing to say.
You can let him go.
I think the comparison you need to make is this is the first year that the Warriors haven't had a full team and Steph is doing what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? When KD left, Wizards was getting that same praise from the media.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying though. The media act like what Steph is doing unprecedented. Russ had a team that was comparable to that when he played OKC his first year by himself, and he had a team with a better win ratio, and you could argue a better season. He averaged 30 that year too with 10 assists and 10 rebounds. But we forget that though. I'm just saying it's a stigma with Steph. Steph can really do no wrong. He in the finals a little bit they'll point out, and then they'll forget about it until he get back to the finals. With Russ, it's always constant. Maybe just due to the play styles and how they act personality-wise, but it's always a stigma around Steph that he almost can do no wrong. He's the golden boy of the NBA.
And it's also because Steph get them.
Give Russ a top 5 shooter of all time with Draymond and a coach that actually gave him the perfect system for them. Scott Brooks was not the person for them when it came to KD. Steph, I mean, KD, Russ, and James Harden, and then listen. Oklahoma City has always Sam Presti. I do not like him as a GM. He's always been cheap and never wanted to get the luxury tax when it comes to keeping those teams. This is why James Harden left. KD left on his own, but then even when they had other teams with other players, when the luxury tax was high, they would never keep market players. If you look back at the teams where Russ played by himself, there was really ever any 3-point shooting on those squads. Like name me a good 3-point shooter on that squad other than when Paul George was there for a little stint. None. That's what I'm saying. The configuration of the teams and where they were at, which is why I'm saying situations play a part in that. Steph has had a GM that was willing to find talent, even overload talent on the team, and add pieces that work with what is successful in the NBA, which is why the 3-point shot is now what it is. Adding a coach like Steve Kerr and taking out Mark Jackson, which allows Steph to be more like the Steph we know today. It's about situations, and at the end of the day, the stigma around these certain players we can't shake him off due to the media and how we act towards those players, and which is why I feel like I got to be the one to say something about Russ, because everybody else act like he just this worst garbage player that we have never like when he has 25 assists, it ain't nothing crazy, it ain't nothing good though. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people in the media say, I don't care. Like, what?
No, they don't care because at the end of the game,
it's not translating.
He's been the reason that they have lost important games.
Look, I know you remember.
When they went up 3-1, Westbrook was one of the reasons that they lost this series.
And who else was the reason? Please, let's not act like Russ was the only reason.
But
what did KD do? What did KD do?
We're talking about Russ.
And
you talking about KD? I'm talking about
real
Russ.
quick to this stigma of Russ and the guy in the first round since KD though. Only reason Kevin Durant has gotten out the first round I'm just saying. I'm just trying to go back with all these stigmas with Russ with the first round. Kevin Durant when Russ got hurt, they lost that series when Russ got hurt. Am I correct?
Yeah,
KD has only won one series after Russ generations because he's had multiple top 5 talents in the league with Steph, Clay, Draymond. Now this year he's going to have James Harden, Kyrie Irving with a Blake Griffin that's balling. So I don't like hearing it's so many holes in all these storylines that y'all say about Russell Westbrook when it comes to playoffs, and we're not looking at these other players. That's all I'm saying.
But didn't Russell also play with another top 5 player in the league? James Harden?
Yeah, and then they played that same. Okay, hold on. Okay, first off, the year with the Utah Jazz.
Now we got
literally, what did Melo and Paul George do at the end of that series? Paul George had one good game against the Utah Jazz, and after he said he would playoff P, he didn't do nothing else in that series.
Yeah.
Well, that's what supporting cast.
Or your point guard should try to get you involved early if you watch the entire game.
They not even seen Game 6 without Russ, and they should not even have a close game in Game 6 without Russ. What I'm saying, first off, if Paul George is who Paul George is, what the hell is Russ doing wrong for him not to score over 20 points a game? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying though. Game 6, Paul George literally dropped like 5 points. That has nothing to do with a point guard. That's you not getting it done.
This also has something to do with you being a point guard.
How?
Coming from a guy.
What I'm saying though, we're not acting like every single position. Russ brought the ball up the court and went for his own shot. He still averaged like 7 to 8 assists in that series.
I think the media's problem with Westbrook is his timeliness. It's when he can have a great game and then he make a boneheaded move at the worst time and turn the game and turn the ball. We watched it when they played the Heat 2012. Like, he's the reason they lost one of them games. I think he fouled when he wasn't supposed to. He shot the ball. He did something.
And he still had the highest scoring games of NBA Finals history. People forget it. People don't even realize that he had dropped 43. He dropped 43 in the final game.
We don't praise stats.
Nobody cares.
We don't praise stats.
I mean, what I'm saying is though, they acting like Kevin okay with that final series, we gonna act like James Harden didn't go missing that whole series.
He did. He was young though.
What the hell was Russ?
I know it.
They were literally 2 drafts apart.
Yeah, but
experience matters.
No, hell no. Y'all not finna give me this. Y'all see. Look at y'all though. Look. We go to another player. He got this. He got that. Literally, that 2 drafts apart.
I was trolling you.
6 man of the year.
That was 6 man of the year. Y'all got made into the Eastern Conference Finals.
The Eastern Conference Finals. I got the Nets.
The Nets and who?
The Nets and. Bro.
It's gonna be a Sixers.
Nets versus
as much if the
what?
What?
You said, okay.
Nets
is a matchup?
The Knicks could beat the Sixers.
I thought you said the Sixers were going to beat the Nets.
If the matchup comes about, do you think it's possible?
No, because the Sixers got like the second best defense in the league right now. Knicks. They gonna hoop, but they not. The Sixers not going for none of
I mean, it'll be great. It'll be great.
I just can't see Tobias Harris being like a for show scorer like that.
Okay, hold on real quick though.
Tobias
Harris' best 2 years was the last time with the Clippers when he was under Doc Rivers. He actually had a better role since he's ever been with the Sixers now because of the new coach who is Doc Rivers. He plays better for some odd reason when Doc is his coach.
But Doc be choking, man. He ain't the same.
No. I agree. Doc Rivers is honestly, in my opinion, overrated. He has 1 championship when he had a big 3 with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett. Other than that, he's gotten the most 3-1 lead blown in I think in NBA coach history. I don't get me wrong. I feel like Doc Rivers is overrated. I can name a bunch of coaches that feel like are better coaches than Doc Rivers, but. Still though, man, Joel Embiid is playing out of his mind. At the end of the day,
Ben Simmons Probably gonna get defense player of the year too.
Ben playing great defense, but he still ain't gotten better than I thought he would.
I don't think he should win it.
But Ben Simmons can guard 1 through 5.
I've never been
Ben Simmons can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
But I just fight the Sixers. I think just off of Joel Embiid, he been healthy this year, and Doc got him really playing like how he's supposed to be playing. So other than until they see if they were to see maybe if they were in a bracket where the Bucks seeing the Bucks or the Heat in that second round, possibly you can see them getting knocked off. But since they got the easier path, and they won the first seed, usually you get blessed if you win the first seed, you get an easier path. Unfortunately for the West, it's not gonna be the same story.
So, who do y'all think gonna win between the 76ers and the Nets? Then?
Come on, Nets.
I got the
Nets.
I think the Sixers gonna.
Defense,
man.
The Nets got a guy named Kevin Durant. In playoff time, I promise you, it's a different mode. And if you're a Rockets fan, y'all should know. Real talk. When it's time for the playoffs, KD kicks it on.
Or Clippers fan.
Yeah, Clippers. Any team.
Bro,
Really.
The last time
team.
The last time Kevin Durant was in the playoffs, he was averaging 40 for the playoffs.
KD is gonna go crazy. He don't care who it is. I'm just keeping it a stat.
I want to see Lamar Harden win a ring, man.
Kyrie
and Harden, and if they all clicking together on the court at the same time,
and they still got
Hey,
that
man,
boy
this is arguably Kyrie Irving's best
They got Blake.
year.
I want to see Blake.
There ain't no argument in it. It is for sure.
50-40.
They got
Yeah.
Jordan
27. Ain't it?
Kyrie playing like that, and then you got KD. He really finna cut it on.
Kyrie.
James
He
Harden.
gonna facilitate.
Kyrie 50-49.
Yes.
50-49.
Yo.
Your boy 50, 100. The one you were telling me about.
Tony.
Yeah.
Snail.
I'm proud of Snell, bro, because they've been talking about him like a dog years ago. I'm glad he got.
He's always been a good role player. He just
He can shoot.
pill off them motherfuckers.
Talking about the peel, but
Who y'all got coming out the West?
All right, real quick though, I want to say now, I do have the Clippers. I had the Clippers coming out of there, but the Clippers really just dug smoke when they sat out Kawhi Leonard and Paul George against the Rockets and the OKC Thunder, so they could try to keep away from playing the Lakers first round.
That's actually smart.
You think that was intentional?
Yes. I feel like that was intentional, and that's dumb. If I'm the Clippers, I want to see Bron and AD while they still trying to get their ankles and stuff together. If I'm the Clippers, I'm trying to go and knock them off early while they don't have any continuity. But see, they scared that if they do lose, because if they do play Lakers and the Lakers are full strength somehow they lose, then his Clippers got knocked out first round.
What I'm saying is you don't know what's going on they end. Like niggas really especially with Paul George.
I mean, yeah, it's a possibility, but man, really though, they literally sat out both of their players and really didn't play that hard against the Rockets and the OKC Thunder, probably the two worst teams in the league.
Yeah. I
So-
want to play Lakers first round either.
So who you got?
I got the Clippers and Lakers in the West Coast Finals just because of the
Clippers and
matchups.
Lakers.
Who you got, Phil?
I know I got the Clippers in there.
Say your boys, that's what you like.
Man, the Lakers probably gonna win, so I'm gonna say Clippers, Lakers in the West Conference.
Who you wanted to say?
I really want the Jazz to go. Seriously.
Now hold on,
But
I
Bill
want to
saying.
remind you.
Talk.
Before we had this, we had a live. Phil he said he could see the Jazz beating the Lakers in the 7-game series.
I can
They never
too.
beaten the Lakers.
I can.
The Jazz?
Yeah.
I ain't say Jay. I said the Jazz.
That's the only team other than like the Lakers and the Clippers that I really got confidence.
Let's not act like we don't know who LeBron is now.
Them are scared of Lakers.
LeBron going to come with it. Them boys ain't going, man. I
Ain't
told
no-
you. They got that brotherhood now, man. They last season, bro.
Now they don't got Murray now.
Corona,
So.
all that. Y'all know they were mad at Rudy Gobert. Y'all know that.
I'm gonna be
All
honest.
they messed up
Hey, like that, man.
in the bubble.
They
They
missed a player. Yeah.
They messed them up.
Nothing.
Literally, Donovan Mitchell said in the interview, he said
his
last
lane.
year in the
In his
playoffs,
lane.
we went through that. Now we stronger together. They play as a team together. That's when they the
I'm
best.
gonna keep it stacked though, bro. I feel like the Lakers could beat the Jazz without Anthony Davis. I feel like all you need is Bron to beat the
Oh, you
Jazz.
wow.
I'm keeping it stacked.
No, they need both Bron and AD.
I'm keeping it stacked.
Because Spider gonna get hit.
We've seen Bron do that
More
before.
than Spider. More than
And
just
I'm
Spider.
gonna say this again. Quit sleeping on Mike Conley, bro. Quit sleeping on
Bro,
him.
you and his damn Mike Conley.
Quit sleeping on
I'm
him.
saying, man.
Quit sleeping on
I
him.
think
on the
Denver
Jazz,
could
though.
beat. I think Denver could beat the Lakers though. I do think that they have a great team.
Mike Conley might be.
I'm saying, man.
Mike Conley is
Hold on,
scary,
bro.
man. I'm telling you.
Hold on.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
not saying nothing about no damn Conley, boy.
Mike Conley is scary, bro.
But
Are we
they
really
still
kind
got-
of gonna just forget what we seen from LeBron over these past years?
But I'm
Yes.
saying last year they didn't have
You
the whole
said
team.
yes.
I'm saying they didn't have their whole team.
Man,
last
don't
year.
get me wrong.
It's
I am
also
not
this year.
in no form or no facet a LeBron fan, but I am not gonna act like we gonna sit here and say the
What?
different nuggets that Utah Jazz can knock
Yeah,
the boys
yeah.
off.
Last year,
If the Jazz
the playoffs wasn't the same. A lot of people were missing.
But last year they didn't have their whole team.
A lot of teams were crippled.
And that was in that no fans.
And I'm gonna be honest.
Disney ring.
Okay, hold on.
I'ma be honest.
Let me keep it stacked though. All right, so people were saying the
Last year
same thing
people-
about the Lakers they were this year almost. Cause LeBron when he forgot those like first 6-8 games in the bubble before the playoffs, LeBron wasn't playing well. Anthony Davis was in and out of the lineup. That was like we don't know where the chemistry and all that was coming from. And then what we see, 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, and shouldn't have been 4-2, but 4-2.
I'm gonna give a hot take. I'm gonna put money on it in the casino. We're gonna see the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals.
That's tough.
Nah,
What?
man, you
The
gonna lose
Warriors,
your money. You gonna lose your money.
Western
Hey,
Conference
hey,
Well,
Finals.
hold on, no. Hold on. If the Trailblazers and the Nuggets, they're in that same bracket with the
How would,
first
that,
and
how would
8
that
seed.
go? I need to know that.
Let me go check.
It would be Warriors at, let's say Warriors get the what?
Warriors versus Jazz.
Let's just say the Warriors get the 7th seed.
7 seed? No. They see the
All right,
Suns.
right now,
They see the Suns.
No, I can't.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
the Warriors had to get the AC.
Warriors versus Jazz.
The Suns gonna actually do
Warriors-
it.
Then they had to
Then who
play
would have to play after that?
the Clippers and the Mavericks.
The Suns gonna
It
actually
depends.
do
No.
The
That's
Mavericks the third.
That's
What do you- what do you-
they
it-
play the Trailblazers and the Nuggets.
where do
Oh,
you
yeah.
have Golden State in the playoffs? What's your
Eight
prediction?
seed.
8. Okay,
8 seed.
so
Now I
8.
want them 8 seed. So they can play the.
I really want the Lakers to be 7.
If they 7 seed, I see the Clippers or Mavs second round. That's not happening. But they gotta get through the Sun.
They can go
I
through the
think they can
Suns.
do the Suns.
They can go through the Suns.
Nah,
I
They can go through
The
it.
Suns gonna outshoot
Man,
the Warriors.
nah, I
I'm
can't
sorry.
say
Chris
that.
Paul.
I'm sorry.
When
Sorry.
Chris Paul plays
The Suns
stuff,
gonna outshoot
he
the Warriors.
somehow just kick it in. Like he
Y'all
really
ain't
sit
seen-
down
You
and he
said when
get
Chris
right
Paul
off
played
it.
Steph, he kick it in.
Yeah.
But you must not seen his highlight tape, boy.
Man, that one time, bro.
2 times?
Okay, you made
If
him
you
fall.
really look
Okay.
at it,
Bro, he dropped his
Chris
ass.
Paul
Okay,
really
what
stepped
else?
up
What
on
else
his
he do?
foot.
Huh?
What else you do after that?
They won the game.
A
What you
little
saying?
regular season game, bro.
Oh, now it's
Come
little
on,
regular
man.
season, bro. You
In the
tripping.
playoffs,
I ain't
bro.
gonna lie though, that Houston
The
Rockets
playoffs
series,
when the
not
Rockets
act
were-
like Chris Paul went killing Steph.
Thank you.
Oh,
And then the
nah.
only reason the Rockets
Steph
lost
don't
that
play no
series
damn
because
defense,
Chris
man.
Paul got hurt.
I don't know about the only reason.
Now,
Oh, come on,
KD,
man.
KD was going
Bro,
crazy.
bro,
That's the only
you
other
just
reason
said
though. That's the only
KD
reason.
was
KD.
averaging
I wasn't talking about
No,
that
he
series.
was
bro.
having.
I'm talking about the other
I don't know
series.
what he was having against that series. I'm talking about the last time in the playoffs, but the Rock.
KD was average. He's Kevin Durant, bro. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
betting
yeah.
against
But
KD.
what
Did
I'm
they play
saying-
them again without
No.
KD?
No.
Nah. Oh yeah, no,
That's
they
what I'm
did.
saying. They
no,
did.
They did. They
The
did.
year that the
When?
Warriors won the first finals against Cleveland.
No.
No, they did not.
That was against
Chris
Cleveland.
Paul
No,
was not
he
at the
played-
Rockets, bro.
He
What
played.
you saying?
He played. The last time was when Kevin Durant hurt his Achilles, and then they played like those last 2 games against Chris Paul, and James Harden. But granted, James Harden and Chris Paul weren't really clicking no more at the end of that series.
Now we got excuses in this motherfucker.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just being real though, bro. I get at show video of Chris Paul. The stories they had, they said, I ain't going. Are we recording right now? Yeah, they was talking about like crowds used to call him fat, talking about his chest, his breasts, so he had titties or whatever, stuff like that.
Chris Paul?
Yeah,
Talking shit about James
James
Harden.
Harden. Yeah, no, the riff was bad between them 2 at the end.
That's crazy.
Hold on, what happened
Man,
with that?
That's an excuse.
Guess that was beef.
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
And Chris Paul said that?
Yeah, that was one
Paul
of the
talked to
reports.
his,
That was one of the
his
reports.
teammates kind of,
But I mean-
he's like that.
They say Chris Paul gonna get along too well with superstars. Just I don't know.
He get along
I don't
with
really
Book.
know that. I don't
He
know
get
the
along with
stigma.
Book.
No, young guys they say he do well with young guys.
Cause they gonna listen.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm not betting against Kevin Durant. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
No, we were talking about the Suns. If the
Yeah.
Suns was to the Warriors first.
I'm talking about when he said that
I was
Chris Paul
tripping. I was tripping.
Oh.
I think that might have been when they was on the Clippers then.
So the main question now is who y'all got making the finals and winning it all?
I got the Nets win it all. I don't
I
care
got
who
the
they
Nets
see.
win it all against the Clippers.
Yeah, I think
It
the
don't
Clippers
matter
will
who
edge it
come
out,
out the
though.
West.
The Clippers will edge it out.
Nets are winning.
But Nets will win it all. It don't matter.
I think y'all mean the 76ers.
No.
Nah, we don't.
No,
bro. I'm trying
I'm
to tell you.
sorry.
You
Y'all finna see some crazy.
You really gonna see. When I tell you, KD locked in the playoffs, locked in.
I'm actually watching.
He don't care. He gonna talk to him. Get ready for it.
My regular season.
They gonna be mad.
My name is Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant's gonna be talking to him.
There's a chance that KD could go against a Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in the finals.
I promise you. It does not matter.
I don't care. He ain't gonna do it again.
Alright.
Man, did you see that? Did you see what he was doing before he injured his ankle?
Re-injured himself?
Yeah, re-injured himself.
He went crazy.
He was going crazy.
He was
literally taking turns.
Bro, he had 12 points before he went out.
He was taking turns on them boys, bro. ISO at the top of the corner free throw line.
Shoot, the last game,
going down mid-range king on them boys.
The last game,
shot coming down mid-range king.
So you telling me he's a better mid-range shooter than Kevin Durant?
Please,
consistent.
Boy, I swear, I'm finna say who is he?
Kevin Durant. No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say it.
He's a more consistent mid-range shooter than Kevin Durant.
You just said that. Kawhi can shoot the mid-range. Don't get me wrong. He can shoot it, but Kevin Durant mid-range, you can damn near book that.
Bro, what? It don't matter who guarding him. Mid-range? That's his bread and butter.
That's his bread and butter.
I'm ready to see that KD and Cloud matchup though.
Bro, you don't want to see that, bro.
I'm ready to see it.
I don't think Kawhi.
Y'all sleep with that dude defense like that.
I ain't gonna
no Kawhi.
I agree though. I agree. I don't think Kawhi.
He thinking about the Raptors Kawhi. The Clippers Kawhi. That ain't the same guy, bro.
Kawhi, bro, you act like it's just KD. It's James Harden and Kyrie.
And Kawhi got to see
two of those cancel out.
PG not.
Who cancel out?
PG, don't get me wrong.
Whichever
PG got to come to play.
Paul
George
George
to step up and come to play.
Paul George,
He
got to pull his bridges up and guard. And he defense is guy too.
And guard who?
Harden.
But he's
Harden's gonna do
it. Listen.
But and Beverly.
Devin Booker
Kyrie.
Paul George.
Stop talking about Beverly.
We can't say that.
All right though.
Last time Beverly seen KD, it was
Kyrie.
filthy.
I can't want to say that.
Oh, you can say it.
But what I'm saying is, if Paul George can't really do like that with Devin Booker, what do you think James Harden?
We don't, but yeah. See, what I'm saying is though, with James Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant, these are literally three players that are probably the most unguardable when it comes to scoring. Like these are straight
and then can't nobody double, bro. You ain't gonna be a double. It's ISO.
I'm just ready to see it.
We all know how Kyrie get down, bro. ISO ball.
Playoff time here now, so we just got to wait, watch and see.
You heard me. KD gonna get his on whoever.
So y'all got who?
Let me ask you a question. Who's the best one-on-one player in the league?
KD.
Why y'all lying? Why y'all
the best scorer, but one-on-one. You can say Kyrie Irving. You
can really go Kyrie, but I'm gonna say KD.
You can go Kyrie.
I'm gonna be biased.
I say Kevin the best scorer, but one-on-one wise.
You can say Kyrie.
Kyrie, man.
No, Kyrie just getting his bag. He make it look real good.
You can say D-Book.
No. Let me be honest.
You can say D-Book.
KD, when it's one-on-one action, he only gonna do one move. Kyrie like make it look real good, and then everybody be like,
I see what you're saying though, because even when Kevin Durant one move, he gonna always go though.
Kyrie or D-Book.
You can say D-Book. You can say D-Book. He
gonna
get you a bucket. He gonna get you a bucket.
He's not there yet, man.
No, D-Book gonna get you one. He gonna get you one.
But he not on Kyrie level though.
He's not best ISO scorer.
All Kyrie wanna do is go to the hole. Both sides. He gonna try to cross you and go to the hole.
Kyrie mid-range.
I haven't seen him. He's a 3-level scorer.
Excuse me. What? There's no. What you said? D-Book and Kyrie. What?
I said those are my top two. One-on-one. Yeah, I'm saying KD.
Are you saying it because Devin Booker's from Mississippi?
That's why he's saying it. No,
that's
exactly why he's saying it.
No, he's a bag.
He's a bag. Bro, it's like he's not like
you. Hold on, Devin Booker's a bag over KD.
No, I'm not doing that.
I already know
you didn't even say
stuff. Harden and Carl bad too. Kawhi Leonard's a bad too. Kawhi Leonard's a bad too.
Nothing, bro. He don't even do one-on-one ball, bro.
Bro, can I switch seats? This man wild.
That's what I'm saying.
Have y'all seen him last in the playoffs?
Last year in the playoffs?
He'll get you a bucket. He'll get you a bucket.
He got put out, didn't he?
One-on-one. Bro, he'll take the ball down the court and he gon'... Man,
what did Kawhi do last year in the playoffs?
Miles, you on?
What you mean?
They lost.
That's what you
What,
said.
first, second round?
Kawhi was hooping though.
He's not a
Why
one-on-one
would
guy.
get you a bucket?
He's not a one-on-one.
Mid-ranger. Mid-ranger. He'll get you a
Kawhi
bucket.
Kawhi is an ISO player though. He is an ISO player,
Everybody
but
telling you he's not a one-on-one player. You still.
You could say James Harden. You
That's
know.
what I said. I'm like, what?
I said what I
it's
said.
multiple
He
players.
look over Harden.
It's multiple players
No.
to say I better ISO score.
He the
than Kawhi
6'9"
Leonard. It's multiple
alive.
players to say I better.
He-
You gonna put D-Book on the Damian Lillard?
6'7", like with a bag, like that's different, bro. I'm just saying.
Who's 6'7"?
I named five of them. I said
6'5".
Dame,
6'5".
He's 6'5".
Somebody,
KD,
please.
Harden. I named it.
Somebody.
Kyrie.
Who is number one? You
Klay
said
Thompson was
D-Book.
You said
No, I didn't say
who number one?
Who was number one?
KD's giving. KD's
We
giving.
he just asked you who
One-on-one?
number one. You said D-Book was the
Number
best.
I said
one.
D was up there.
Where?
He's 6'5".
Where though? Where you got
206
D-Book
pounds.
ranked at?
Like 4.
You said what was right, huh? He said what?
So
Wait, he
and
said
I
what?
so who do you have in front of D-Book?
I got Harden. I got Steph. You can say
I
Kyrie.
can't disagree with that.
Okay, and
I
then where did James Harden fall at?
I seen D-Book bag, bro. Like his bag, like handles
Whoa,
okay, but
whoa.
his bag.
Hold on.
How long you gonna?
You said James Harden isn't a better one-on-one scorer than D-Book.
Right now?
What?
What do you mean
Bro,
right now?
what?
You said no?
I said right now, it's tit for tat.
Man, you
Are you
out
serious?
your freaking mind?
Wait, are we saying scoring
Bro.
without free throws?
Man, you know.
Okay, scoring without free throws.
Without
What?
free throws.
It don't
James
matter.
Harden.
It
It's
does
James
matter.
Harden.
It does matter.
You telling me
his-
you better than Harden without free throws?
Yes, because he ain't going to the line.
He going to the line like Harden.
Harden ain't even going to the line like that this year.
You know how Harden do one-on-one.
Nobody can stop James Harden one-on-one.
You can't stop him
stop
one-on-one.
him. He's getting to where he want to go.
He's getting
Okay,
to
I
the
think, I think
spot.
we're having
You
two
can
different
stop D-Book
conversations.
though, I can guarantee that.
What you can stop him with?
Time out.
One-on-one, your boy probably can stop him.
Kawhi.
Now what? Now what? Now what?
He is the most
Now
foul
what?
man.
Nah,
in the
Kawhi
NBA.
can't stop.
You said what?
He is the most foul man in the
Can't stop
NBA.
James
James
Harden.
Harden.
I mean,
I
I feel
think
like
it's
they
I'm having
take
two
that.
different
There's only one
conversations.
person
I'm
that
talking
I've
about
seen that
bag,
Kawhi can't stop.
not just
Man, I can't
ability.
I can't agree with you there, but I want to see that.
Hold on.
You can't agree.
You saying that Kawhi Leonard can lock Kevin Durant?
Yes. I'm saying that.
I think
You
we're
got
having
that.
two different conversations here.
What did
I'm
he
talking
say?
About like the what did he say?
What did he say?
I said I can see Kawhi lock up
He said
KD.
Kawhi can lock up.
Like
Yes.
when you say lock up,
Yes.
hold on. Okay, hold on. When you say lock up, what do you mean?
Clamp
by
him
lock
up.
Like
Clamp him up.
Hold
like
him to
single
what?
digits?
Not single digits.
What? Hold on.
What?
At least not what he
So
normally
hold his
scored.
hand at 20
To
Do you
seconds.
know
what?
what he
About
normally scored?
25.
Oh, you snapped.
Like I said, I didn't see Tony Allen do it. So
Lock
I
up
know
KD.
that.
That was
Yes.
KD.
So I know
He was
damn
still
well
learning.
Clark can do it.
Tony
I
Allen
know
was one of
damn
the
well
best
Clark can
defenders
do
to
it.
do
Somebody
it.
please.
He didn't win against the best already. Kawhi, that ain't nothing. I just told you he didn't hit 50 on Kawhi.
But what I was saying,
Twice.
what I was saying was, I think we're having two different conversations. I'm talking about like bag, like Kyrie got a bag. You
Yeah,
see what
Kyrie
I'm
Okay,
got a
no,
bag.
the most
For
bag
sure.
go to Kyrie. That's easy.
We can say that.
But I'm talking about
So
this.
damn sure ain't Devin
That's what I'm
Booker.
saying.
I ain't gonna lie.
I can
dog.
say
If
Curry.
we gonna do
I
that,
can say Curry.
you
You
gotta
gotta
put
say
Paul
Curry,
George
you gotta
on
say
me,
James.
Hey,
No,
Paul
we talking
George.
about Paul George getting his bag.
Oh, hell no.
Hey,
ISO wise,
Hey.
ISO wise, Paul George.
Well, I'm
getting his
some-
bag.
But
Paul
you
George,
said Devin Booker.
I
He
did,
not
but
top
he got a
5.
bag.
He not top 5.
No, hold on.
Not top
He
five.
book got a bag though.
He's not top
But he,
5.
I still
He
feel
really
like
like
not-
top 10 though.
He top 10. I give him that. He not top 5.
He really
I'm
like
saying,
he
bro,
ain't
like,
top five
you
in
can
that
say
bag.
Curry because of the trade ball in the handle,
Yeah,
but when it
Curry.
come down to mid range and footwork and all that other shit, post
Curry.
Curry still
You
got a
say
better bag.
Dame,
than
you
D-Book.
damn near
Stop it, man.
Curry still
Curry
got a
just
bag.
be mad.
Y'all
Curry
be
just
mad.
don't
Y'all be
choose.
mad when I
Shoot
say
the
that.
big
You
one.
say
Curry got a
Ja
bag.
Morant.
rather shoot the
I ain't
three.
gonna lie.
Kevin, you tripping, him.
Boy, I'm finna get the fuck up out of here.
Curry is really
Real talk.
he don't
This
shoot
boy
mid-range
just
like
said
that.
John Morant.
You can say Ja
Oh,
Morant.
he ain't got no point where you right there.
Ja Morant.
You can say Ja Morant, man. You can say Ja Morant.
Hey, I'm not. We not hearing nothing he's saying. We can't
You
hear
can say
it.
Ja Morant.
Top
You can say-
five?
Hold
No,
on. I
even
didn't say
top
top
10.
10. I didn't say top 5. You can say
10 bag.
Bag. We talking about
That's a
Top
book.
20.
get in there. Hold on. Oh,
Jason Brown.
M.
Jason
Jason
Tatum.
Tatum.
What?
saying.
What?
I'm
Oh,
just saying.
whoa.
Before Ja
Don't say
Morant,
nothing about Jason Tatum, bro.
I didn't show me shit.
like,
Are you
serious?
serious?
I found that
Three.
60.
Then
He
we
didn't
always
show
talk
me
about
shit.
James Harden, KD,
Are you
Kyrie Irving.
serious?
Devin
I got
Booker,
beat book over
Dame,
Tatum.
We didn't even say Kimba.
CJ
We didn't say
McCollum.
Kimba.
No,
CJ
Kimba.
McCollum. Like we
Kimba.
didn't say that.
Hold on. What about Bradley? He get his
Bradley
bag.
Bradley Bill gets his bag.
What?
Bradley.
What? Better.
In the bag, he way better than Book.
I just named 12 niggas
but-
before we
but-
get
but-
to Ja Morant.
You can say Luka too. You can say Luka in that category.
Luka got a bag.
Luka get in a little bit, but he don't
You
really
could have
Yeah,
said
he got a
Murray.
bag,
Murray
though.
before
He's
the
a more smooth.
He's just like he's just like
that
that.
too.
He top
You
five
can
smooth.
say, you can
Yeah,
say
top
Donovan
smooth.
Mitchell.
You can say Donovan. You could have said Murray, but
You
Murray
say
hurt
Donovan
now.
Murray.
No, facts.
Murray
was a bag.
But he not
Murray's
top
a bag.
10 though. Murray not top 10.
Hey, CJ McCollum
I'm
get that
just
bag.
No, CJ
I'm
get that
naming
bag.
niggas before we get to Ja Morant.
But you be asking John Morant can get him.
But like you
Get
said,
his.
you said,
He ain't
you
top
said
20,
I don't
bro.
think Ja Morant just getting it bag. He really
I just
blow
named
by.
15.
That's
bro.
it.
but hold on, like you said something interesting though. You said that you feel like Devin Booker is the better player
You say he got
between him and
bad.
Jason Tatum.
Yes, Devin Booker's better than Jason
Between
Tatum.
him and Jason Tatum?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What you say?
He was,
Devin
he was
Booker
way
better than
quicker.
Jason
He was
Tatum?
way quicker to get his 60 than Jason Tatum. First of all, and
When he first started, the ability for him to shoot the ball like that was a lot different than what Jason Tatum had when he came into the league.
I'm
He
picking
started with
D-Book
Isaiah
over
Thomas,
Jason Tatum.
then
Bro.
Kyrie Irving as his 2-point guards.
you can say Eric, he had played with Eric Bledsoe too.
Those are not guys that are he's not a scoring.
But he was a scorer for the Suns.
What I'm saying is though, Devin Booker had a way better green light than Jason Tatum did when he got
Facts.
into the league.
Facts. No, them facts. And when D-Book did that against the Celtics, Tatum was not on that team.
That's
And
true.
for you to say that D-Book has a better bag than Tatum,
He
you
do.
true.
He do.
No, you
He
true.
Jason Tatum is
You
Jason Tatum,
tripping, bro.
he can score.
He gets
the
two.
best.
Jason Tatum ain't like that, which y'all think he is. He's
Why
not.
is he not like
He's
that?
not.
He
Three
tell me how he
like
not like
three
that.
kids.
Yo, bro, hold on. What? He almost be Brun to get to the finals, bro.
Oh my God.
What?
Not like that.
This before Jaylen Brown was even like.
Are you serious?
I don't like
Bro,
that. Brown.
hold on.
Yeah.
The year the Celtics went to the
Dwayne Bacon over
Hey,
Jaylen Brown.
hey. The year the Celtics went to
said
the
what?
conference
You
finals, bro.
picking Dwayne Bacon over Jaylen
Yes.
Brown, boy?
Yes, I would.
Right now?
Bro, you don't even know Dwayne Bacon.
You don't even know Dwayne Bacon.
Hold on.
What's he play for?
He don't play with nobody right now.
It's a lie. He play for the Orlando Magic.
Bro, what, bro?
That's what you got.
You be look over Tatum
Feel God, you make yourself mad.
on me. You right, because Tatum.
Look what he did this we doing this season.
Bro, Jason Tatum, he balling out.
He got to still show me some more. He still got to show me some more.
Okay,
Bro, he almost beat
what I'm
Bron.
saying is though, what did D Book show you over this time spent other than his first year with Chris Paul?
Outside, but Jason Tatum had more help than
That
Devin
is a
Booker.
fact. That is a
Gordon
fact.
Hayward, Kimba. Come on, man. He had Isaiah at one point, didn't it? Isaiah
No,
Thomas.
he never had Isaiah.
Yeah, okay, my fault.
What I'm saying is though,
He had a better team though, for sure.
yes,
That's the only thing. Now,
If you
I
would
will
switch,
say
if
that.
you would switch Jason and Devin Booker would do way better than Jason Tatum. And they switch opposites.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. I stand on that.
That's something to
What?
think about.
I stand on
It's
that.
something to think about. That
No,
is
it's
something
not.
to think
There's
about.
nothing to think about.
No.
What? That's
No.
more to think about.
That is
Bro,
something to
what?
think about.
He level it all out.
No.
He level it all
That is
out.
something to think
First
about.
off, they go down on defense. Jason
They do.
Tatum is the better defender out
That
of
is
the
a
two.
fact.
Second
That is a
off,
fact.
the 2-point guards that he had, that Jason Tatum had when he first started, was Isaiah Thomas, a scoring point guard, and Kyrie Irving, a scoring point guard.
And Kimba is now a
scoring point guard. Literally,
Kimba ain't that nigga no more.
But yeah, Kimba. That's only because he was
put Devin on that,
injured and
that's
stuff.
a
Hey, let Young stay focused. Let him stay
What
focused.
I'm saying is though,
But ain't
put
put
D
no
Book on
defense.
those teams. He's still not getting that first option though. He's getting the same looks Jason Tatum is getting though.
And he gonna
He's
capitalize
gonna
way
do
more than
way
him.
better, and he's gonna get more exposed on the defensive end. They're going to target him. When if it was him and Kyrie Irving, they would probably be the worst defensive backcourt in the league.
Probably.
But they still outscore him.
Hold
though.
on, but my thing is, so you telling me the year the Celtics went to the conference finals against Bron, you think Book beating them? Or even
But
have
hold
a
on, you think
chance?
Book taking them 7 games?
Or even
Yes.
If you switch out D Book and
Tatum?
Jaylen Brown, maybe.
I said Tatum. I said,
Nah, you.
But
both-
it ain't
Forget
gonna
Brown.
be
Forget
Jason
Brown.
Tatum and
Forget
Book.
Brown.
It's gonna be Book and Brown versus the Cleveland Cavaliers with Bron.
And Book can hold his.
Bro, Book can't play no
Bruh.
damn defense.
Cleveland would have beat them boys in 5, bro. Tatum was the reason why the series was still going,
That's a
bro.
fact.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Are you serious?
That's a fact.
I'm saying, are you serious?
Tatum and
I
coaching.
said what I said.
What?
I didn't what I said. I said.
mentally.
That's what I'm saying.
Want that mentally.
Literally, Kyrie did not play.
I mean,
Tatum
he
took
couldn't
that
be that
team
mentally because
over,
he
bro.
didn't have a team.
That was his team.
And Devin Booker would have did the same thing.
No.
And did some.
No.
Bro, all I'm saying is you can't even say that until you see what he does this year in the playoffs, bro. You've never seen this nigga in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Tatum has never.
Tatum done been in that field before, man. He really was in there. Like, they threw him in.
8-0 in the bubble when them niggas really just like they didn't care. He didn't even make it to the playoffs, bro.
We've been dangerous. But hey, he got his opportunity now.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah, we gonna see.
I'm still stuck on this John Morant shit. Boy, you know how many gonna play
Hold
that
on, hold
Morant?
on. We never act like we ain't. What did you witness last year with Jason Tatum? Though when they swept I don't know who the first thing they swept and they beat the Raptors. Jason Tatum was going off.
Most
Against
definitely.
Van Vliet and your boy.
Okay.
Your pool boy.
They beat the Raptors.
Wait, who was your poo boy?
Kyle Lowry.
Oh my God.
You know what? You know what? You know what, Phil?
Damn.
Larry be
Standing on
hooping.
it.
He be hooping.
Real talk.
What?
He be hooping.
Kyle Lowry did not be hooping.
He be
I'm taking
hooping.
Van Vliet over Lowry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
today, but
Larry's never been a hooper. Never been a hooper. He just been a grinder.
the dude was like,
Are you serious?
They was like 60 and 22.
Wait, you said Larry's never been a hooper.
Oh my God,
Never.
boy.
Never been a hooper.
Larry could hoop, bro.
Larry ain't never been a hooper.
Like he wasn't a
He been alright
scorer.
though, man. He been alright.
He was
I
average.
I
He's
feel like
average.
I do
Average.
feel like those. I
Average.
feel like his Toronto Raptors years. I feel like he's
Average.
I feel like he was a little overrated.
I'm saying, bro, like he's not a Kyrie, not a Kemba Walker type player.
I'm like,
We're not asking him to be that.
hooper. Like this nigga.
That's because he
was-
can't. He
Nobody
can't.
asked
He can't
Kyle
do that.
Lowry to be
Crybaby,
Kyrie or
really.
Steph.
He
He
can't.
just get his.
But at one point,
That's all you
he
gotta
was
do
one
is
of the best
respect it.
defensive
Just
point
respect the
guards in the
game.
league.
I said he was a grinder. Don't get me wrong. He was a defender. He wasn't a scorer.
Yeah.
He couldn't get you that
Yeah.
bucket.
He alright.
Kyle Lowry can get you that bucket. He can get you to the line.
Bro, he would
It's
have
split
made
that.
it. Kyle Lowry would have made it to the finals a couple times if Bron won in the East.
Facts.
And that's
So you saying DeMar Rosen would have nut up and went to the damn finals?
Bro, he lost to LeBron. You talking about nutting up? That's
What
LeBron.
I'm saying is though, we not act like Kyle Lowry had this appearance acts all through those.
Ghostbusters.
I said
Ghostbusters.
He ain't them niggas. I said he would have went
That's
to the
what I'm
finals
saying.
if Bron.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
good. It's all good. Lowry got him a ring. He good.
He ain't
Off
getting
of
no
Ryan
ring.
Kawhi.
Whoa.
And seeing just Steph Curry and nobody else.
Lowry got a ring because Golden State was
Exactly.
Not
That's what I'm saying. We have to
Golden
act like we
Hey,
gotta
hey,
act like.
it's
If
okay.
Golden State, I still would have picked the Raptors.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga, yo?
I still would have picked the Raptors.
Yo, this man been wilding the
Whoa.
whole
So
time,
what's
bro.
up?
The debate right now is the rookie of the year, correct?
Yeah.
All right, who do you got?
Come on. I don't like the Ball brothers, but I'm about to go with LaMelo. Come on now.
Who you got, Phil?
I'm rocking with Anthony Edwards for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, why? And they the last team
Okay.
in the Western Conference.
The rookie of the year, that don't matter. Last place,
Garbo.
first place,
Cat,
none of that.
Cat said screw the Timberwolves.
He said garbage.
What? What you say, bro?
Basically,
You said what?
Cat
know what I'm
had screwed
saying,
the
huh?
Timberwolves. Basically,
Hey, yo,
Cat?
Cat has checked out.
Okay, Anthony Edwards still getting his. We talking about the rookie of the year.
I know, but what has he done with the
What you
team? They won like the most 19. They ain't won 20.
Oh no, we not finna act like
Come on.
Cat ain't been hooping recently. We can't act. We
I'm
can't
saying,
say
like-
But I'm agreeing with Marlon. He checked out.
Yeah, Cat
he did not.
He checked out. He checked out after, before All Star. Really?
No, I can't say
Anthony
that.
Edwards is a top 3 scorer on his team. He can get. If they would have let him be the main guy of scoring, doing everything, he can get the dub. Just like LaMelo. LaMelo sat out way more games than Anthony Edwards. Matter of fact, I don't think Anthony Edwards sat out a game. He done played every game of the season. You got to give it to him.
Yeah,
but they going with LaMelo because of
Playoff
social
team,
media.
playoff team.
story.
No, bump
That's
that.
all it is.
Bump that
It's
social
social
media.
media.
Bump that social
It's
media.
most definitely social media. What you mean?
You know I don't give a damn about his social media platform.
That's the reason he's gonna get it, bro. It's all
Playoff team.
story.
Playoff team. When the last time the Hornets went to the playoffs? It was the Bobcats.
No, they was in playoffs 2016.
With Kimball.
Yeah.
Okay, but regardless of that,
Hold on.
a playoff team.
Do you know the Timberwolves play in the West, bro?
Yes.
How many teams can they beat, bro?
With that
Exactly,
roster,
fool.
LaMelo averaged more rebounds, assists, has a better 3-point percentage, better field goal percentage.
Better 3-point percentage.
Facts.
No.
and the don't shoot
Facts.
threes.
No.
He don't shoot threes.
Look it up.
He really
I don't
slashed
believe
you
it.
on action.
Who don't shoot threes?
Andy Edwards.
What?
Yeah, you wildin'.
Anthony Edwards is peeling it.
He shoot 34%. Melo shoot like 37.
He a decent 3-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards is a 3-level scorer.
He a boy. It gone.
Melo is a game changer though.
That's just because he can pass.
What you mean?
Anthony Edwards not no point guard. He's the two
LaMelo
guard.
efficient.
He don't need to do nothing but shoot the ball. That's it.
LaMelo made the game smooth. LaMelo made the game smoother.
All right.
On his role is really better.
I'm trying to think of somebody like a comparison. Lou Williams or Steve Nash on your team.
You talking about Melo?
No, we can take that back to the 03 rookie of the year.
I'm saying, who's
LeBron
better?
and Melo. Melo averaged more points.
Lou Will or Steve Nash.
Yeah, like Lou Will would be to me. The play styles aren't the same. I'm just saying he's a scorer.
That's not a good.
That's not a good. I can't say that because everybody gonna say Steve Nash.
Steve Nash he won 2 MVPs.
That's what I'm saying.
LaMelo could win MVP, bro. Like legit.
You can say
You
LaMelo.
can get the same thing.
Anthony Edwards can do the same thing. Y'all.
LaMelo is a Tony Parker without a 3-pointer, bro. Real talk.
Somebody mentioned.
You heard that?
No, I literally did not hear my mention.
LaMelo is a Tony Parker without a 3-pointer.
What are you asking about?
I said
You
LaMelo
tripping,
averaged.
I'm not tripping.
No, you
More
tripping.
rebounds, assists, better than 3 points.
You know that Tony Parker was a scorer?
Anthony Edwards averaged more points.
Yeah,
But the 3-point percentage was a question, correct?
Yeah.
All right. LaMelo has 35. Anthony Edwards has a 32.
Okay.
And not a really good 3-point shot.
That's tough.